graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on barrel. Out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
Hi everyone, hopefully you're all doing well. For those of you who haven't heard, I'm hosting my very first charity stream on September 18th and September 19th to support the Familial Dysautonomia Foundation in honor of my brother Mitchell, who passed away from this disorder 5 years ago. So how the schedule is going to work is like this. On the very first day, we're going to be streaming for 15 hours. During the first 3 hours, I'll be talking about familial dysautonomia, sharing stories about my brother and what he dealt with on a day-to-day basis, and just raise as much awareness as we possibly can. Then during the next 12 hours, we got Mlb Diamondzone, and we will be on doing our regular Diamondzone stream. For those of you that don't know, Mlb Diamondzone is something that I came up with, and basically it's like NFL RedZone, but it's for baseball. On the very next day, we'll do Diamondzone again. That'll be from 6 o'clock up until 9:30, and then we got the Phillies game. They play at 9:40. They're taking on the Arizona Diamondbacks. So in short, we're going to be on for 22 hours. No ads will be played during those 22 hours. I am aiming to raise $500 during those hours of streaming. Again, no pressure to donate, but if you can, every little bit does help. If you could just spread the word, share the post that I posted on my community tab, I would really appreciate that. I'm just looking forward to making a difference together with you guys and doing this in honor of my brother Mitchell. I think he'd be really proud, and I'm really excited about this. Let's do some good.
The night of baseball ain't over, baby. All right, we got 2 games going on tonight. What's going on, guys? Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very, very fantastic day. Just look at that. Take a second. Take a second and look at that final score that's on your screen right now. 6-4. That's just awesome. That's just so great. Oh man, yeah. I am just. I'm speechless. I'm speechless. All right. Yes. Let me turn on the sports scores bot. All right, we're back on. I apologize. I wish I didn't have to cut post game short, but I had to get something done. But look. Okay, we got 2 games going on right now. One of them is in the bottom of the 3rd. We have another game going on that's in the bottom of the 5th. Okay, both of these games are in a break right now. And so I think that now is a perfect time. I did say that I would play voicemail messages, and that's what we're going to do. So this is, again, a continuation of what we saw from that Phillies game. Whoops. Oh, man. Fumble on my end. A big fumble on my end. What the heck? I thought this was connected to the Bluetooth. What the heck is going on? Isn't this connected to Bluetooth? Why does it say that it's not? It should be, right? Disconnect. We'll do it again. What the heck? I had it all ready to go. And now I gotta do it again. All right, let's try it. No? What the heck? Still isn't working. Bluetooth, it says that it's connected. That's really odd. Try it one more time. Really weird. Packers scored 23-10. I mean, it's just great. It was really an awesome night, man. We'll try it one more time.
I'll just say it in regards to Jesus Luzardo. It's strange.
You know what? We're gonna put. I have an idea. Okay, got it. Hold up. This is what we're gonna do. I should have done this before. I really should have done this before. All right. Top of the fourth, by the way, in the Angels game. I'm going to go there in just a second. But I did say that I would play some voicemail messages. So that's what we're going to do. Now let's sign in on here. I should have just done this in the beginning. But okay, lesson learned. Lesson learned. All right. Here we go.
You know, Jason, you wanted a word to describe tonight's performance.
I did.
I'll just say it in regards to Jesus Luzardo. It's strange to use this word after giving up 4 runs in the first, but that was a great performance.
It was.
I mean, what a gem that kid threw. Personally, I would have thought about letting him start the ninth. I mean, unbelievable to right the ship and stop the bleeding after the way that game started. Total domination by Luzardo and Duran. And, you know, what more can you say again about what Harrison Bader is doing? You pretty much pencil this guy in for 2 to 3 hits a night. Unbelievable. Contributions from Castellanos, Otto Kemp. I mean, we can go on and on and on. I wanted the sweep. My wishes were granted. Great job by the Phillies. I think Walker Buehler pitches tomorrow, so I'm real curious as to how that's going to go. Coughlin seems to think he can work with something, or he found something in his mechanics that he can develop. Be real interesting to see, because he could be another under-the-radar key move by Dombrowski. Beat the Mets' ass, send them packing, baby.
Absolutely, dude. Sean, great phone call, man. Absolute great phone call. I really love that. I think that was very well said. You know, Sean does a great job at encapsulating not only like the truth about what's going on with not even just the Phillies, but just with Philadelphia sports. But he always finds a way to just hit the nail on the head. I think that everything that he said was absolutely accurate. Total domination by Jesus Luzardo, domination from Duran, and Harrison Bader. You can pencil this guy in for 2 to 3 hits a night right now with how he's going. It's just insane. So that's really awesome. That is. I got one more voicemail message that I do want to play, and then after that, we'll get to these games. Okay, we got the Padres taking on the Rockies. The Angels are threatening to score. I just promised my viewers that I would play voicemail messages. As there's a sac fly that's hit out over towards center field by Taylor. And so there is out number 1 and a sac fly to make it a 4-2 ball game out in Seattle. Let's see what Cool J has to say.
Yo, JJ, it's your man, Cool J. Wow. Just wow.
Yep.
What a win, am I right?
What a win.
And the Mets, they think they were going to take the division from us. This is earlier when we were down at a losing streak. They said, the division is ours. Oh, yeah? How about 11 games above you, a sweep? And now the Reds could possibly try to take your spot away from you.
Imagine
the wild card in your series, in your season, might come to an end sooner than you think.
Yep.
Anyways, Harrison Bader, absolutely great. I was worried that he wouldn't be able to do well in the leadoff, but the last 4 games he's been very consistent.
Yes.
He barely carried the team. And I apologize for worrying about him, thinking that he'd be bad, but he proved all of us wrong. Luzardo, too, I apologize to him. Well, 22 retirements. He was
22.
up there pitching. He didn't
22.
do well in the beginning, but he was able to just shuffle the cobweb and was able to play and get 20.
I just want to say really quickly, I don't know anybody in baseball that has actually retired 22 batters in a row after giving up 2 runs. I don't know if that's happened. They said that Steve Carlton was the last Philly to go 8 innings after allowing, I believe it was 3 earned runs in the first inning. Like, that's impressive. I didn't mean to cut him off. I just had to put that out there.
22 retirement. Absolutely amazing.
Yep.
Overall, we all thought it was going to be all lost, and they were up 4-0. They're up 4-0. But the Phillies found a way to come back, and now I take the sweep and have a chance. Five numbers down to 5, and now have a chance to fight for that number 1 seed.
Yep.
And clinch the division.
Absolutely.
Like, life is good. Life is good. Got the division all settled. Now it's time for the entire National League.
Yep.
Get that home field advantage for the playoff. That's all I got, man. Have a good one, man. Peace.
Let's go! Let's go! We slapped the Mets. We sent them back to Citi Field. Take that, New York. Woo! I'm sorry. I just had to get that out of me. That was a feel-good moment, you know. All right. And then we'll play this one. Why does it say suspected spam? I'm not gonna play it. If it says suspected spam, I'm not gonna play it. I'll play it after. I'll play it afterwards. But no, great phone calls. All right, we got Diamond Zone that we got to get on into. All right, we do. We got Diamond Zone to get on into. But yeah, a heck of a win by the Philadelphia Phillies. A heck of a series. Just a heck of a week. I mean, are you kidding me? Really special stuff going on out in Philadelphia. All right, so the Angels, by the way, so they're down by 1. All right, so we are going to rock and roll. Now we're going to get into the nitty-gritty. We are. All right, so let's go to the Padres game really quickly. So, again, it's just these 2 games on right now. It's Angels-Mariners, and it's Rockies-Padres. The Padres still trying to fight for that NL West. They are currently 3 games in back of the Dodgers for the NL West. The Mariners, well, they're trying to actually tie the Astros for that AL West division. So there's a lot at stake in that game. It's a 4-3 game there. The Angels are also still trying to technically keep their playoff hopes alive. They're not mathematically out just yet. So there's still a lot at stake. All right, so 1-2 strikes to Gavin Sheets. Hill is on the mound for the Colorado Rockies. And by the way, the Angels did just score another run, so it's 4-3. Travis d'Arnaud is up, and we're just going to go double diamond here. We're going to make a double diamond and call 2 games at once. Here's the 1-2, the Sheets, swing and a miss, and maybe we have to wait another second for that to happen as the Padres are going to go to the top of the 6th. So it is 2-0. Colorado is coming up to the plate. Here's the 2-1 pitch to d'Arnaud. That is a foul ball. That one goes out of play. Yeah. A guy over at the Mets, JJ Chat, said, Phillies ain't going to the World Series. I answered, cheer for the Phils, buddy. You can't be down. You can't be down. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and the inning is over. After a game like today, you know, I wasn't going to call anybody out, but, you know, we had people that were upset, that were still complaining about other things, and it's like, well, you know, well, JT, like, can't hit, like, at the 4 spot, and I'm just like, can we just embrace the moment? Like, do we really just have to be, like, all negative? Like, it's a fair criticism, like, don't get me wrong, but what they're doing right now is just so nice, and it's such a breath of fresh air with all the negative stuff that has gone on. Trey Turner goes down. Alec Bohm goes down. Marsh was out for a couple of days with the flu. There's no Zach Wheeler. Everything is clicking for this team right now. We can nitpick all that we want. I even said I don't even want Harrison Bader batting leadoff. He's proven me wrong. I'm admiring what they're doing. You got to live in the moment. We can talk about playoffs another day. You're 11 games up on the Mets. Cheers to that. We've been so, negative, and rightfully so, but now, when things are going well, yeah, feel good. It's okay to feel good. It's all good. All right, here we go. Top of the 6th. Okay, here we go. First pitch. There's a ground ball hit over to shortstop by Mickey Moniak. And the throw over to first is in time. And there is out number 1. All right. That's all I got to say. That's a good answer, Keith. That's a good answer, Keith. I like that. Hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell icon too, and that way you will know when we do go live. Sorry, Mickey Moniak is up right now. I apologize. We're focusing now. So Moniak takes a pitch that's outside for ball 1. Also, J.P. Crawford comes up to the plate for the Seattle Mariners. He just took ball 1 as well. Vasquez pitching for the Padres, and the pitch to Moniak, and he slices one out to right center field, and that's going to get down for a base hit into no man's land. It's a bloop single by Mickey Moniak, and the tying run is coming up to the plate for the Colorado Rockies. 2 balls, no strikes to J.P. Crawford. And the next pitch to Crawford, and there's a called strike at 98 miles per hour. So that will make the count now 2-1. Hunter Goodman comes up to the plate for the Rockies. But before that, the 2-1 to Crawford. It's popped up. It's hit out over towards the third base side, and they'll slice out of play. Goodman's first pitch is down for a ball. Do you know when the playoffs start? September 29th. I believe. September 29th. No, it's September 30th because the 28th, right. That's Tuesday, September 30th is when the wild card series starts. By the way, it's 2 balls, no strikes to Hunter Goodman, and Ruben Niebla is going to go out there to talk to him mid-at-bat. All right, 3 balls, 2 strikes to J.P. Crawford. Who are we pulling out for in this game? 3-2 pitch. That's a foul ball. Okay, so how did the Angels make it a 4-3 game is the question. And that's a very good one. I will let you know right now. So Jose Soriano is pitching. Davidson homered in the top of the 3rd. In the top of the 4th, Chris Taylor hit a sac fly, and Luis Rengifo had an RBI ground out. The 3-2 pitch struck him out. And there is out number 1 in the bottom of the 4th. The continuation of Hunter Goodman's at-bat is ready to continue right now. Do the Mets know when the season ends? I'm going with Seattle. What about the Padres? What about those Padres? Who are we pulling out for? And Padres Rockies and in Angels Mariners. The 2-0 pitch to Goodman. That's inside for ball 3. Randy Arozarena comes up, and he'll ground an infield single over towards the third base side, and he gets on with 1 out. The 3-0 pitch to Goodman, and that's on the inside corner for a called strike. So the Padres lead it 2-0. The Mariners lead it 4-3, and these are both of the games that are occurring right now as we speak. 3-1 to Goodman. That's a foul ball. Arise had an RBI single. Jackson Merrill also homered for San Diego. And Randy Vasquez, 5 1/3, 4 hits allowed, no runs, and 7 strikeouts. He has owned the Rockies this year. It's what you call a Rockies killer. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the payoff pitch on the way. That ball is fouled. Cal Raleigh is up at the plate. And a big at-bat for him. Still looking to chase history. The pitch to Cal, and that's down and in for a ball. Goodman still up at the plate for the Colorado Rockies, and he will call for time. And Mets fans, how you feel? Let's go Angels, let's go Rockies. I agree. The 1-0, and that's outside for ball 2. 3-2 pitch in there for strike 3. The throw to second base. He kept his foot on the bag, but he's out. He's out, and Mickey Moniak says, hold up a sec. I didn't see his foot move. Let's see if the Rockies will challenge this. Yep, they will. They will certainly challenge it. They call it a strike him out, throw him out, but the Rockies will challenge the out at second base. And we shall see if they win their challenge or not. Cal Rowley is up, and the 2-1 pitch to him is down and in for ball 3. So let's see again. Did Moniak get swiped? He avoided the swipe at first, I think. And he kept his foot on the bag. 3-1 the Cal. That's outside for ball 4. And so he is aboard. He's over at first base. My question is, was he first tagged from Arise? I think he avoided the tag. The throw had him beat. I don't think that there was a tag initially, and then he kept his foot on the bag, even though he fell down. I don't think he got him. All right, we got a traffic jam going on out in Seattle. Runners on at first and second over there. And Julio Rodriguez is coming up. Okay, so after the review, they say that the call on the field is overturned and Mickey Moniak is safe over at second base. And that is big for Colorado. So they do win their challenge, and the inning will continue. And we'll go back to the Seattle game really quickly. The pitch to Rodriguez. There's a fly ball hit out to right center field, and a diving catch by Teodosio. Bryce Teodosio just saved a run from coming in. Wow, he had to lay flat on his belly to catch that, and that is what you call robbery at its best. Wow, he is such an athlete. Been watching this guy for a while, and every time he's just out there in the red, he just makes magic happen in center field. Rowley had to jog back on over to first base. All right, so it's an 0-2 count quickly to Jordan Beck. Rockies have the tying run up at the plate. And the 0-2 to Beck, that's a foul ball. Up to bat next in the Mariners game is Josh Naylor. Again, it was a 4-0 ball game, and now it's 4-3, so they're trying to get some more runs. But before that, Beck's 0-2 pitch, that's down for a ball. Texas Liberty, what's going on, man? A Rockies killer, says Cousin David. What's up, Cousin David? How are you? A gravel maker. Wow. That's insane. I like that. What's up, Cousin David? Thanks so much for tuning on in. Guys, this is MLB Diamondzone. All right, so the Angels are going to make a challenge here. I didn't see what the heck is going on. There was disengagement made over at second base, and the Angels manager says, hold up a second, they're going to challenge. But what are they challenging specifically? Where is my remote? And by the way, the Rockies are not able to come up with a run. Instead, a strikeout to Jordan Beck, a backwards K, and they're going to go to the bottom of the 6th. Oh, they're saying that Arozarena, the Angels manager is arguing that Arozarena went past the that Cal Raleigh went past the bag. If he passes the bag, so Arozarena was off over at second as that ball was caught. And the Angels are saying that should be a double play. That's really weird. So again, this is the only game on right now. Weird. That was on that line drive that Rodriguez hit. That's what he was mad about. They said that Cal Raleigh, so Arozarena was at second, and they said that Cal Raleigh, by the time the ball was caught, I believe that what they're saying is by the time the ball was caught, his foot was past second base and he should be out. I don't know. But nonetheless, we're going to resume baseball as Josh Naylor comes up to the plate. I would like to get an explanation on that. But of course, they're not going to give us any. Angels manager Ron Washington, of course, he had to step down. He's not manager right now, dealing with health problems. Get well soon, of course, to Ron Washington. But Josh Naylor is up at the plate. Weird. So Ray Montgomery took over as interim manager for the Angels in place of Ron Washington. All right, 1-1 to Josh Naylor. And by the way, the Padres are also back on too. It's an 0-2 count to Ramon Laureano. So we make a double diamond. We go back to back. 1-1 to Josh Naylor. Here's the 1-1. And that is grounded foul. It's 2 strikes. Laureano's 0-2 pitch coming up for the Padres. And he looks at a pitch that's just outside and not by much. Wow. Daniels is limping? No way. On day for Soriano, yeah. I guess so. 2 strikes. Yeah, he has 94 pitches. 1-2 is the count to Josh Naylor. And the pitch is outside for ball 2. In Laureano's at bat, he just took ball 2, and so it's a 2-2 strike count there. Mariners are still trying to get some runners home. They have traffic on the bases. The 2-2 pitch, ground ball, rolled over towards the right side. Rengifo picks it up, throws it over to first, and the Mariners can't do anything. And they're going to go to the top of the 5th inning. The Angels will look to try to tie the game. The 3-2 to Laureano. He went around. The pitch was outside. He wanted an appeal. He did not get an appeal. And the home plate umpire called him out. He's chirping at the home plate umpire. He did go. No question about it. He showed his swing. He checked it. Come on, Ramon. Now Jackson Merrill is up. 1 away, bottom of the 6th. And the first pitch is outside for ball 1. Jackson did homer earlier in the ball game. Is the Washington game over yet or no? 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. So it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Is Jaden Daniels actually okay? Or is he legitimately hurt? 1 ball, 1 strike to Jackson Merrill. And the pitch on the way, and there is a called ball. That was at the knees. Merrill's batting .260. His 11 home runs, 56 RBI. Oh, there's still 2:53 left to go. Thanks. The 2-1 pitch. It's a foul ball. Thanks, chat. Two balls, 2 strikes to Jackson Merrill. There's 3 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 2-2 pitch, ground ball rolled over to first base. First baseman has it and takes it to the bag. That's Michael Toglia for out number 2. Ooh, that sucks. That sucks. The Angels are back on. So we'll make our double diamond once again. It's just these 2 games. That's it. Orion O'Hearn is up at the plate. And the first pitch, there's a swing and a miss. Now it's Logan Davidson who steps up to the plate for the Angels. He had a solo homer back in the 3rd. Miller's pitching. That's Bryce Miller. And the count is 1 ball, 1 strike. O'Hearn in the box. The 0-1 pitch. Foul ball. Again, if the Mariners win, they're tied with the Astros for the AL West. The 1-1 delivery in the at-bat to Davidson. And there is a swing and a miss for strike 2. O'Hearn is down in the count 0-2. Hill with the 0-2 pitch to O'Hearn. That's a foul ball. 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th out in San Diego. Nobody out in the top of the 5th here in the Angels game. And the 1-2 is swung on and missed to Logan Davidson. And there is out number 1. O'Hearn will ground one over towards the right side. The second baseman has it, flips it over to first. And we are going to go to the top of the 7th out at Petco Park. 2-0 Padres. And with that, we go back to T-Mobile Park. Top of the 5th, 1 away. A season-high 9 strikeouts for Bryce Miller today. And Bryce Teodosio will show bunt. And as he bunts it over towards the first base side, Rowley gets over to it with the mask off, throws it over to first. And there's out number 2. Ay, chat. 27-18. Onside kick fielded by Green Bay, basically over now. So the Packers come out on top pretty much. Does Washington have all 3 timeouts left? Mike Trout is coming up to the plate. He's 0 for 2. He is struck out in both at-bats. First pitch to Trout. Off the plate for ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes to Mike Trout. Miller kicks, deals, and the 1-0 is outside for ball 2. They say that Mike Trout's swing rate is at 20.5%. The MLB average is 28.1. His contact rate is down. MLB average is at 55.5. His is at 43.8. As the next pitch is taken for a strike. His whiff rate is definitely up to 56%. MLB average for that is at 44.5. The 2-1 to Trout. That's a foul ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. To Mike Trout. Miller gets set above the belt. He kicks, deals, and the pitch is just high for ball 3. The Rockies will send Ezequiel Tovar up to the plate, and he will be facing Jeremiah Estrada. Estrada, I feel like he pitches all the time for San Diego. He's a good pitcher. The 3-2 to Trout in the air, hit out to left field, tie ball game. The Angels erase a 4-0 deficit and come all the way back to tie it up. Two balls, 1 strike to Ezequiel Tovar. Mike Trout able to deliver big time. The 3-1 pitch coming up to Tovar. And here it is, swing and a miss. That was a fastball that was above the zone. To get a homework. He has a homework assignment. He did it. 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss. And Ezequiel Tovar is down on strikes in the Rockies game. Homework. No, I know what you meant. You meant home run. Zach Neto is up for the Angels, by the way. And he just fouled off a pitch. How about Mike Trout? Trying to keep the Angels season alive. Doyle is up. And the pitch. That's in there for a strike. Neto will foul off the next pitch. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. 0-1 to Brenton Doyle for the Rockies. And the 0-1 pitch is on the outside corner for strike 2. In the top of the 7th with 1 away. Miller gets set just above the belt. He gets the signs from Cal Rowley. And the 1-2 delivery, here it is. Swing and a miss. And there's a strikeout to end the top of the 5th inning. And the Mariners will try to get some redemption as they are tied 4-4. They go to the bottom of the 5th. And by the way, in the Rockies game, there's now 2 outs. And Karros is up at the plate. Doyle did just strike out. So 2 away there. Estrada kicks and deals, and the pitch is inside for ball 1. Kyle Karras is up at the plate. Jackson Merrill homered for San Diego. The 1-0 pitch, and that's a foul ball. Merrill's really been heating up for them. And also, Luis Arraez got an RBI single. That's all the offense in that game. One ball, 1 strike in the top of the 7th with 2 away. And the next pitch is outside for ball 2. Commanders game still going on? How we doing, chat? Can't leave me hanging. 2-1 pitch. That's a foul ball. Don't leave me hanging. Two balls, 2 strikes to Karros. 1 minute, fourth down. What yard line? 2-2 pitch. Ground ball hit over to shortstop. And the throw over to first is in time. And the Colorado Rockies have not gotten a run in their first 7 innings of work. And the Padres will try to extend their lead as they go to the bottom of the 7th. Incomplete, game over. Wow. So the Commanders, they end up losing the game. All right, 1 ball, no strikes in the at-bat to Jorge Polanco as this game is in the bottom of the 5th. 1 ball, no strikes. And here's the pitch, and that is taken for strike 1. Wow. The 1-1 pitch to Polanco. That ball is lined down the left field line. That's a fair ball. Polanco will fly on his way over to second base, and he gets on with an opposite field double. Okay. So the Mariners, who were up 4-0, just lost the lead, and they're trying to go back out in front. If they win, they tie the Astros. Charge for the AL West. And now it's Eugenio Suarez who comes on up to the plate. Padres are going to the bottom of the 7th. The pitch to Suarez, a broken bat fly ball hit out over towards right field, and that's a foul ball. Just bounces foul towards the right side of the line. Chris Taylor. Kevin, you know what I meant. Don't be smart. I know. It's just funny. Dude, that was hit off the end of his bat and it broke. That guy has so much power. It's insane. No balls, 1 strike to Eugenio Suarez. A .232 average this year, but 45 home runs and 109 runs batted in. Polanco's the go-ahead runner. He's at second base. Silseth is pitching. There's 5 seconds left on the pitch clock, and the 0-1 is grounded over to third base, picked up by the third baseman, and the throw to first is in plenty of time. There is the first out. So over at third base for the Angels is Yoan Moncada. Luke Raley is now up. He got hit by a pitch in the 2nd and also scored a run. First pitch to Raley, that nearly hit him. This is Chase Silseth. He's 25 years old, pitching for the Angels with a 2.25 ERA. The 1-0 delivery, swing and a miss. The Padres will start off the bottom of the 7th. Jake Cronenworth is up. He just stared at strike 1. The 1-1 pitch to Raley. There's a ground ball. Sliding stop by the second baseman. Backhanded, thrown over to first, and dug out by the first baseman for the LA Angels for out number 2. That's big as well. Who's that over at first base that made that dig out? That was pretty nice. That was Davidson. It's 1 ball, 1 strike in the at-bat to Cronenworth, and the next pitch is up high for ball 2. Redirect, Dr. Delay. Thank you so much for stopping on by, man. What a ball game. What a finish that was, it sounded like. 2 balls, 1 strike to Cronenworth, and the next pitch, that is way inside for ball 3. So we got 2 baseball games left on this night in baseball. 0-1 to Rivas. There's a fly ball hit out to left center field. Teo Docio tracks it down, makes the catch in front of the baseball cap, and we're going to go to the top of the 6th inning, still tied 4-4. The Mariners had a 4-0 lead for those of you that are just tuning on in, and that evaporated. The Angels tied it up in the top of the 5th. They were down 4-3 at the time, and Mike Trout hit a solo homer to tie it. So 3 balls, 2 strikes in the game with the Padres and the Rockies. It's a 2-0 lead there. Not Fernando Tatis. Jackson Merrill hit a solo home run, and Luis Arias had an RBI single. The 3-2 to Cronenworth. Struck him out. Swing and a miss. And by the way, folks, go subscribe to Dr. Delay if you have not done so already on my side. You definitely should. You most certainly should. One out in the bottom of the 7th. Furman up at the plate. And Furman takes strike 1. Or ball 1, that is. It was just a little bit outside. Freddie Furman, 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel, folks. The 1-0 to Furman. Foul ball. It was right off of his foot. On the pitch now is Jimmy Herget, who's 32 years old. Here's the 1-1 delivery, and that misses inside for ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike. Herget kicks and fires. There's a foul ball. You're the best, Dr. Delay. That thing got a lot of topspin to it. By the way, Yohan Moncada is due up for the Angels. But first, the 2-2 to Furman, outside for ball 3. It's 1 ball, 1 strike to Yohan Moncada. In the Angels-Mariners game, they tried to see if he went around on this next pitch, and he did not go. It's 2-1. The 3-2 pitch to Furman. Swing and a miss on a pitch that was way off the plate. Not even close. And now Fernando Tatis Jr. is coming on up. Moncada sends the pitch foul towards the left side, and it will find the seats. Here comes Fernando to the plate. The pitch on the way, swing and a miss. 2-2 pitch to Moncada. That's a foul ball. 2-2 to Yohan Moncada. Bryce Miller has 88 pitches. Started off strong. Then got a little shaky and gave up some runs. 2-2. That misses downstairs for ball 3. Let's go back to Fernando's at bat and see the next pitch to him. You don't miss a pitch on here, guys. You might miss a couple. 0-1. That's outside for a ball. Here's the 3-2 pitch to Moncada. Fly ball hit out over towards left field, and the Rosarina can't make the catch. It was a sinking line drive out towards the alleyway. It got by him. He said, darn it. And so Julio Rodriguez goes there to back him up. And he says, my bad. And there's a leadoff double here in the top of the 6th inning. That was bad. He overran the route and then just absolutely missed it with his glove. That was totally a mental mistake on his end. And he apologized. I was just talking to him for a little bit. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Fernando Tatis Jr. And now Taylor Ward is coming up, and Cal Raleigh wants to go talk to Bryce Miller. See, now that to me should be an error, because he just completely missed it. 2-2 to Tatis. Fly ball hit out over towards right field. The right fielder Freeman is there. The catch is made. The inning is over. And we're going to head to the top of the 8th inning. Padres lead it 2-0. There's the look on Rosarena's face. You can tell that he's still mad about it. Rising Rhino! I'm clapping for you because you did an awesome job today. You did. Top of the 6th. Now Taylor Ward comes up and the pitch is down and away for a ball. Rising Rhino, thank you so much for coming on here, man. Guys, if you love the NFL, if you love football, go subscribe to Rising Rhino right now. Stop what you're doing. If you're taking care of business, stop what you're doing and go subscribe to Rising Rhino. Doesn't matter what you're doing right now. I don't care what it is. Go subscribe to him. 1 ball, no strikes to Taylor Ward. And here's the 1-0 delivery. There's a strike called. That was in there, right down the middle. If you are just tuning on in for the very first time, we got 2 baseball games. 2. Not 200. Just 2. 1 ball, 1 strike here. Out in the Angels game. Angels are tied 4-4 with Seattle, and the 1-1 pitch is outside for ball 2. Randy Arozarena made an error. I mean, it wasn't listed as an error, but there was a fly ball hit out to left center field, and he overran the route to get to the ball, and he just completely missed it. And then Julio Rodriguez had to go back him up, and a double was hit. Here's the pitch to Ward. That ball is flied out over towards shallow left field. And J.P. Crawford is there, and he'll make the catch for the first out. Mason Miller is coming on in for the San Diego Padres. And again, this is big for them because if they do win, they'll be 2.5 games behind the Dodgers for that for that NL West title. And if the Mariners win, the Mariners are playing the Angels. If the Mariners win, they'll be tied for first in the American League West with the Houston Astros. Chris Taylor is coming up to the plate. Taylor's 0 for 1. The pitch to Taylor, that's outside for a ball. A quick 0-2 count to Fernandez here in the Rockies-Padres game. Miller kicks and fires, and there's a swing and a miss. On 3 pitches, Miller strikes out Fernandez, and there's 1 out. Taylor's a 1-0 pitch. That's in there for a called strike. Is Michael here? What's up, Michael? What's up, Michael? The Phillies did win. Yes. Phillies did win. They swept the Mets. The 1-2, the Taylor, foul ball. Up to bat is Michael Toglia in the Rockies game, and he just fouled off the first pitch. 0-1 is the count to Toglia, and the 0-1 is called a ball. That looked like it was a strike. Hit the upper third of the zone. 1-2 pitch, and that is outside and high for ball 2. Dodgers and Astros, yeah, they are in trouble. Padres were actually 1 game in back of the Dodgers, and then the Dodgers won 2 in a row, and the Padres lost 2 to Cincinnati. 2-2 pitch on the way. Strike 3 called to Chris Taylor, the former Dodger. And there is out number 2. Why am I fumbling on my words? That's not good. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Michael Toglia. He has struck out twice for the Colorado Rockies. 11 homers for him on the season. And 32 RBI. Mason Miller kicks and deals. That is fouled off. 101 on the gun from Miller. We will have a pitch and change. Bryce Miller, his night is done out in Seattle. So with that, we're just going to stay in San Diego to see how the rest of this 8th inning finishes out for the Rockies. 1-2 pitch on the way. Strike 3 called. Got him looking on the slider. There's 2 away in the top of the 8th inning. That slider had a lot of movement to it, and it just caught the tail end of the outside corner. Mason Miller, just an incredible acquisition for the Padres at the deadline. They held on to him. They got him, and they held on to Robert Suarez as their closer. First pitch to Tyler Freeman, and that fastball barely misses outside the plaque for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 away, and the 1-0 is fouled back towards the screen. The Mariners will be back in just a little bit. We'll go back to that game soon. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 away, top of the 8th. The windup, the pitch. Foul ball again. All right, chat. We love baseball. Charge! 1 ball, 2 strikes to Tyler Freeman. I think I need a little bit more energy. Here's the 1-2 pitch. There's a fly ball hit out towards right field, and that's going to be caught by Tatis, and he will skip on back over towards the dugout. And the Padres are going to go to the bottom of the 8th inning. They are 3 outs away from shutting out Colorado. Okay, and with that, guess what game is back on? Oh, I wonder, JJ, what other game is on? The Mariners game. Mariners are playing the Angels. Top of the 6th, 2 away. Right on cue, Edward Bazardo's first pitch is in there for strike 1. It's 0-1 to Luis Rengifo. Yoan Moncada is over at second. There's still plenty of time left in this game. 0-1 pitch, and that is a foul ball hit back towards the screen. Remember just a little while ago when the Phillies were like 5 games out of first? Yeah. And guess who was being negative? You were one of the people that were being negative. And guess what? You're eating crow now. 0-2 pitch. That's inside for ball 1. But that's okay. We were feeling down. All of us were. All of us were not feeling good. I was just joking, Kevin. 1-2 pitch. That is low and outside for ball 2. But I will say, like, we should all admit that we should admit when we were wrong. And I was wrong. I didn't know if this team had balls or not. Right now, I believe that they are proven to me that they do have them. 2-2 pitch on the way. There's a fly ball hit out to left field, and that's a foul ball a couple more inches towards the right side, and that would have been a hit in front of Randy Arozarena. It's a 2-ball, 2-strike count with 2 away in the top of the 6th inning. All right. Dude, how many times do you keep coming on here, man? Come on. Arise is up at the plate, and the pitch is down for a ball. You're just so obsessed with the channel, dude. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. And so Luis Rengifo is down on strikes. Wow. Crazy. And by the way, Arise did just punch out a single out to left field for San Diego. And they do have a runner on over at first base. So Arise is over at first. And up to bat is Manny Machado. Victor Vodnik is pitching. And the first pitch from Vodnik is outside for ball one. One ball, no strikes. The pitch to Manny, way outside for ball two. Is Rising Rhino still here? Loved watching him when he played for the Hudson Valley, or not the Hudson Valley Renegades. Oh my gosh. Not the Syracuse Mets. Who's their high A team? 2-1 pitch. That ball's popped up, hit right behind home plate. Catcher Goodman is there and he'll make the catch. Get the first out. Oh my gosh. It's gonna bug me. The Brooklyn Cyclones. Got to call some of their game. I got to call some Blue Rocks games, and I got to see them with the Brooklyn Cyclones back in 2021. I liked the pop in the bat that he had. Bottom of the eighth, one away, and the pitch is down for a ball. I always like to bring that up because, again, like I love calling games, and I was really lucky that I got to call some of those games. 1-0 pitch, and there's a called strike. I got to see Ronnie Mauricio, too. When he was there. That was cool. 1 ball, 1 strike. And here's the next pitch. That's inside for ball 2. I almost tripped over. Damn. 2 balls, 1 strike to Gavin Sheets. Here's the next pitch. There's a swing and a miss. I think Rising Rhino left. He's probably like, I'm tired. Which I don't blame him. He's had a long day. 2-2 is the count to Gavin Sheets. It's also a 1-1 count to J.P. Crawford. 2-2 pitch, ground ball hit over towards the right side of the mound. The pitcher, Vodnik, has it, throws it over to first, and gets the trailing runner out. Luis Arise is now over at second. 1-2 is the count to J.P. Crawford in the Mariners game. And here's the pitch. That's low for ball 2. Here's Ramon Laureano for the San Diego Padres. He just took ball 1. The pitch to JP. Line drive it out to left field. That pitch was really low, but it's going to be caught for out number 1. Padres trying to get themselves another run off of Victor Vodnik. The 1-0 pitch. That's in the dirt and way outside for ball 2. Here's Randy Arozarena. He's 2 for 2. The pitch to Randy inside for ball 1. Laureano's 2-0 pitch, and he swings and misses at it. That was a fastball. The 1-0 delivery to Randy Arozarena. There's strike 1 there. Back to Laureano's 2-1 pitch. That's low for ball 3. It's 3 balls, 1 strike to Laureano, and 1 ball, 1 strike to Randy Arozarena. Garcia with the 1-1 pitch, up high for ball 2 to Randy Arozarena. The 3-1 offering to Laureano. There's strike 2 at the knees. Jackson Merrill is up next for San Diego. We'll go to Laureano's 3-2 pitch first. Here it comes. There's a ground ball foul towards the third base side. And back to Randy's AB. 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch. It's outside for ball 3. It's 3-1 to Randy, and it's 3-2 in the count to Laureano. The payoff pitch to Ramon. Ground ball, chopped towards second base. The second baseman has it. Throws it over to first. That's in time. And the Padres are going to the top of the 9th inning. They lead it 2-0 against Colorado. And, of course, back to Randy's AB. He fouled off the next pitch. And so the count is full. There's Robert Suarez coming in for San Diego. Garcia gets set at the belt. He kicks, he deals, swing and a miss. And there's a big strikeout by Garcia. So 2 away in the bottom of the 6th. Look at Robert Suarez. It turned out the lights and everything. The flashlights are going off. It's like a rock concert over there. Wow. Cal Raleigh comes on up. And the first pitch to Cal, he fouls it back towards the backstop. Alonso is cold now. He is. No balls, 1 strike to Cal Raleigh. The windup and the pitch. That is low for a ball. George! How we doing, chat? How are we doing? 1 ball, 1 strike. And the next pitch is low for ball 2. By the way, for the Rockies, they'll send Mickey Moniak up to lead off the top of the 9th inning. 2 balls, 1 strike to Cal Raleigh, batting on the left side. The windup and the pitch. And he fouls it off yet again. Moniak, the last time that he faced Robert Suarez, hit a home run off of him. Thanks, Shantae. That's really kind of you, but it's also, I know it's a shot at Cal, too. Top of the 9th, and the pitch to Moniak. There's a swing and a miss and a fastball down the middle. The 2-2 to Cal. Swing and a miss. He's down on strikes. All right. 0-1 pitch. That is a foul ball. So the Rockies are down to their final 3 outs. Suarez kicks, deals, swing and a miss. 1, 2, 3 goes Moniak on strikes. And Jordan Beck will be the next man up. Robert Suarez decides to go triple digits. Moniak was late. Top of the 9th, and the pitch on the way to Hunter Goodman. That ball's grounded over towards the right side. Cronenworth has it, flips it back over to first, and there's 2 away in the top of the 9th. And San Diego 1 out away from completing the shutout. And it's all up to Jordan Beck. Beck is 1 for 1 lifetime against Robert Suarez. Suarez comes set and deals, and the pitch is outside for a ball. Never did this before. What? Diamond Zone? I know, this is like a new, nobody's done this. I think it's really cool. If that's what you're talking about. 1-0 pitch, and that's outside for ball 2. Oh, wait. Sorry, I had to scroll up. How's Raleigh having this season? Yeah, I know. That's never been done before either. For a catcher. A hitting catcher. It's wild. 2-0 pitch. There's a strike at the knees. It's 2 balls, 1 strike to Jordan Beck. There's 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. We'll let you know if anything goes on in the Angels game. 2-1 offering. There's strike 2. Taken at the knees. Travis d'Arnaud did just ground out. Padres fans on their feet. Suarez trying to get another save. Can he do it? The 2-2 pitch. Ground ball. Hit back towards the mound. Suarez has it. Easy work. He does. A shutout for San Diego. And they're now 2.5 games behind LA for the NL West title. So we just have 1 single diamond left to go. All right. 1 diamond left. All right, final game. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Davidson. So Davidson is up at the plate facing Edward Bazardo. Let's go. 2 balls, 2 strikes. We're in the top of the 7th. There's 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. Bazardo kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. Davidson's down on strikes. And there's 2 away in the top of the 7th inning out in Seattle. It's insane. I just feel bad for Rockies fans. I feel you. This is the final game, baby. 2 outs, top of the 7th. First pitch to Bryce Teodosio. That's a foul ball. I love this hotline, man. No balls, 1 strike. And the next pitch, there's a ground ball hit right in front of home plate. Rowley has it, throws it over to first. We're going to go to the bottom of the 7th. Still plenty of baseball left to go. We're going to take a quick step off. I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. One game left in the books. Every other game is done. A total of 8 games. And still one left. Brock Burke is going to go out there to pitch for the Angels. And again, by the way, the Padres are now 2.5 games behind the Dodgers for the NL West. First pitch to Julio Rodriguez, swing and a miss. Again, if the Mariners win this game, okay, the Angels, again, their chances just continue to decrease, as it's going to be near impossible for them to try to get a wild card spot. It's already hard as it is. The 0-1, foul ball. But more importantly, the Mariners would then tie the Astros for the AL West. They win this game, they'll be tied with the Astros for the division. No balls, 2 strikes to Julio Rodriguez. Almost said Randy Rodriguez. Burke kicks, deals, and there's a foul ball. That pitch was going into the dirt. A diamond sizzler. Woo! The ball is 2 strikes. We're in the bottom of the 7th. Rodriguez 2 for 3. Burke, right-handed pitcher, gets set below the letters, right at the numbers, and he kicks and fires, and there's a ground ball hit over towards the first base side. Sliding stop by the first baseman. He gets up, throws it back over towards the pitcher who has to go cover the bag. That's in time. There's out number 1. What a nice play there. That just saved a run. That's Davidson that made the sliding stop by the Angels. That ball just almost whizzed on by him. He had to go towards his right, get on his feet, or get into a sitting position, and he scooped it up and then just threw it over to first. The exit velocity was 106 miles per hour. That's how fast it was. That was a rocket. Bottom of the 7th, 1 away. And now Josh Naylor is due up, and he takes ball 1 downstairs. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. That time he got an off-speed pitch. One ball, 2 strikes. Bottom of the 7th, 1 away. Naylor is up at the plate, and he will step out of the box. Naylor's 0 for 3. The pitch. There's a ground ball drilled over towards the right side, but the second baseman Rengifo plays it on a hop, throws it over to first, and there's out number 2. 2 gone there. My crew red lighted any Angels futures 2 months ago. Players are in it for the contracts at this point. Nice call, JJ. Thank you, man. Matt Brash is getting warmed up in the Mariners' pen. Polanco's first pitch. Check swing. Did he go? He did not. The pitch was low. Polanco did double in the 5th. The former Twin batting on the right side. The 1-0 delivery. It's a chopper. It's fouled. Over towards the dugout. I love these Mariners uniforms. They're a navy blue and yellow. 1-1 pitch. Line drive. Smoked over to first. And Davidson makes the catch. That was a bullet. And Polanco gets robbed. And we're going to go to the top of the 8th inning. Still tied 4-4. Nice. What a play. A lot of good defense by the Angels there. And just bad luck, too, along with that from Seattle. Folks, I'll be honest. I'm scared to play the Mets in a wild card series as Andrew. Yeah, well, anything can happen. But you would be the home team. The Mets are not good on the road. They're just not. Go look at their record. Go watch how they play on the road. Heck, go watch them play against the Phillies on the road. They got swept in 4 games by us. So, I hear you, but I understand that it's a 3-game set and anything can happen in 3 games. But if it really does make you feel better, they just are in shambles right now. But that can change in a couple of weeks. We don't know. That's the nature of baseball. But right now, they just cannot get W's. They cannot get the wins. I don't like the jerseys. Too much like the Brewers. Look who's here. Look who's here. He made it. He made it. What's up, Larry? JJ, 22 straight from Luzardo after the first. We'll take it the sweep. Yeah, he's the first pitcher since Steve Carlton did it back in 1977, I believe. That's what I read. To have finished the game with 8 innings after allowing 3+ earned runs. And not only did he finish those innings, but he retired 22 batters in a row. And I don't know when the last time that's happened in Major League Baseball, period. The ball is 1 strike to Mike Trout. He tied up the game in his last at-bat on a solo home run. This is the only game left. Padres game just finished. They're now 2.5 games behind the Dodgers in the NL West. 1 ball, 1 strike to Mike Trout. And the next pitch is swung on and missed. Larry, you're the best. Well, the good luck with the Padres then. They don't score, but sometimes the other team doesn't. It's true. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 delivery to Trout. There's a ground ball, base hit past the dive of the second baseman. And Mike Trout gets on with a leadoff single. Whoops. Did not mean to play that. That was incorrect. I got to reorganize these folders during the off season. That'll be something that I will accomplish. So top of the 8th, a runner on over at first. It was a 4-0 lead for Seattle. They're up 4-0. Then the Angels tied it up 4-4. Here's Zach Neto and Brash, who's pitching. Throws the first pitch, and that's a foul ball. Matt Brash, 27 years old. He's from Kingston, Ontario, I believe. Next pitch. That's a foul ball. Ouch. I don't know what that was. We'll catch you up in just a couple seconds. No balls, 2 strikes. Trout leads off at first. 0-2 pitch. He did not go. So J.P. Crawford had an RBI double, a 2-run double, excuse me, And so did Julio Rodriguez in the bottom of the second. That made it a 4-0 game. The 1-2. That's low and outside for ball 2. Logan Davidson hit a solo home run in the top of the third. And then in the top of the fourth, Chris Taylor had a sac fly. Luis Rengifo had an RBI ground out as the 2-2 is taken outside and low for ball 3. And then Mike Trout hit a solo home run in the top of the fifth. 4-4, top of the 8th. Trout at first. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. And the 3-2 to Neto. Foul ball. The magic number is 5 to win. To win the NL East. I'm no longer working, so sometimes I'm asleep early. Sometimes I'm up late. No sleep schedule, says Larry. That comes with this job. Neto is getting checked out by the trainers. He didn't go down with an injury, but I think he felt something on his swing in his upper body. They're looking at his hand, his left hand. So the head athletic trainer is out there. He had to take his batting glove off for a second. He's able to put the glove on. I don't know if he hyperextended something or what ended up happening. But something just didn't feel right to him. Shaking that left hand. He'll get a grip on the bat. The 3-2 pitch, line drive, base hit out to center field. Trout will stop at second base. And the go-ahead run now is in scoring position. Holy cow. Now, the one thing that's interesting about Zach Neto when he's at the plate is right before the pitch comes, he's on his tippy toe with his front foot, and then he turns it as he swings and sort of gets his toes towards the outside. So it moves, and I've never seen anything like that. It's interesting. So right before he's about to swing, you know, he steps and he goes onto his tippy toes with his front foot, and then as he swings, he moves his foot towards the, and he ends up being on the side. It's not like a full step, you know? Just notice that with his swing and with his approach. Here's the pitch. And Yohan Moncada will foul off the first pitch. So the count is 0-1. Yeah, I think you're right, DE. I think he did twist his wrist. No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch, there's a foul ball. Did you notice that too, though, DE? With his stance. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the 0-2 delivery, and that is low for a ball. The 1-2. That misses outside for ball 2. So it's now 2 balls, 2 strikes. I didn't catch the feet. No worries. 2-2. There's a foul ball. Moncada 2 for 3 on the night. Two balls, 2 strikes. Brash in a pickle. He kicks. He deals. Swing and a miss. He sort of flinged his bat as the pitch was low, and he swung way late. He was guessing. That was like a second late that he swung. And there's 1 out here in the top of the 8th inning. In real time, you're watching it. It's like the pitch was thrown and then he swung at it. Now Taylor Ward is coming up. He doubled in the 4th and he scored a run. 1 out, and the pitch is low and outside for ball 1. How we doing on the likes, chat? Here's the 1-0 pitch. There is out number 2. Yeah, Steve, I agree. Yup. You're right. 2-0 pitch. There's a slider that's in there for strike 1. Neto is at first. Trout is at second. You're saying Trout should have been out? 2-1. That's going to catch the outside corner for strike 2. That was a good pitch. Had a lot of life to it. Another slider. Two balls, 2 strikes. The next pitch, that's a fastball, and that's off the plate. A big payoff pitch. Ground ball hit over the shortstop. The flip to second, there's 1. The throw to first, there's 2. And the inning is over. That is a 6-4-3 double play. And we're going to go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Still tied, 4-4. The Angels had a golden opportunity, and they could not do anything about it. We'll be back. Don't go anywhere. All right. Shout out to Chuck, man. Shout out to Chuck for the awesome voicemail there. I played that during the break. That was awesome. Shout out to Chuck, man. All right. Well, anyhow, shout out to my friend, man. Jose Furman is going to go out there to pitch in the bottom of the 8th. First pitch is taken for a ball. So 1-1 Next pitch was taken for strike one. So Eugenio Suarez is up at the plate. Up to pitch now is Furman. Suarez lines a foul ball towards the left side. And the count is 1-2. The baby is still tied up. One, two. It's a foul ball. Again over towards third. Rockies are 42.5 games behind the Dodgers. I just had to put that out there. I'm sorry. Next pitch. There's a pop-up. Hit out over towards shallow right center field. Who's going to get it? Rengifo does. He calls off Taylor and makes the catch for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Luke Raley. Raley is 30 years old. The pitch. That's down for a ball. He was on the Dodgers back in 2021. Then he played with the Tampa Bay Rays in 2022 and 2023. And has been with the Mariners since last year. The 1-0 pitch. Fly ball, foul ball. Out of play it goes towards the left side. This phone's not charging. Let's change that. Went to Highland High School in Medina, Ohio. 1-1 pitch on the way, and there's strike two. He was drafted out of high school, drafted after his junior year by the Dodgers in the 7th round of the 2016 MLB draft. And signed for $150,000. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Raley in the box. Gets set and deals. There's a ground ball pulled over towards the right side. Second baseman Rengifo picks it up, tosses it over to first. And there are 2 down. Excuse. The Rays traded Raley to Seattle for Jose Caballero, who's now on the Yankees. He's 29 years old now. They just straight up traded him for Caballero. I'd say that's worked out for Seattle so far. The pitch, and that's inside for ball 1 to Dominic Canzone. What a pitch. There's a called strike. Right down the middle. On the mound, it's Jose Furman. He's been with the Angels since this year. He was promoted to the big leagues on April 26th. 1-1 delivery. That's a pie for ball 2. He'll be 24 in November. 2 balls, 1 strike to Dominic Canzone. And here's the pitch, swing and a miss. That pitch has a lot of movement to it. Was that a curve? Two balls, 2 strikes. I call that a slider. Next pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And it's time to go to the top of the 9th inning. Will we have a repeat of what happened last night? We'll see. We shall see. Cannot wait to sleep in tomorrow. We deserve it. Man, we definitely deserve it. We got 37 watching and 31 likes. I'll take it. I'll take it. All this hard work, man, it's paying off. It's already paying off, and it's going to pay off even more, which is just ridiculous. It really is. Chris Taylor will lead off the top of the 9th inning, and then it'll be Luis Rengifo, followed by Travis d'Arnaud. What a good game here. Yeah, it is. It is a good game. It's like neither team can blink. The Mariners pitching, I gotta tell you, their pitching staff is so underrated. They really are. They keep this team involved. And their hitters are just so streaky. Like, they have good names. Josh Naylor, Eugenio Suarez, of course Julio, of course Cal, and Randy Arozarena. Like, they have big-time names. Jorge Polanco, it's a big name. And J.P. Crawford, I'd say he's a big name too. I mean, it's not like a huge name, but like they have a very good team with star production. But the question always to me about them is just their streakiness. You know? I believe Vargas is going to pitch. If you actually take a look at this scoreboard here, I don't know if you can see it right now. I'm making it bigger. You can see at the very top, it says B, which means batter, and P, which is pitcher. So this is Vargas that's pitching, and Taylor is up at the plate. Carlos Vargas, C. Vargas, and then C. Taylor. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed that. But yes, that does tell you who's batting and who's pitching. I would like a pitch count. I have to reach out to them and ask them to request that. No balls, 1 strike. Up to bat is Taylor, and the pitch. There's a fly ball launched out to right field, but it'll stay in the yard. And Rayleigh is there, and I'll make the catch in front of the warning track. If you think your team is bad on the road, these Mariners will make you feel better about that. I wasn't saying our team. I was saying the Mets. But are you just saying that as like a rhetorical thing? Vargas with the pitch to Rengifo. Ground ball towards the left side. And that's going to be picked up by Vargas. He flips it over to first base with his glove. And it's in time for out number 2. So 2 away in the top of the 9th. Travis d'Arnaud is coming up to the plate. d'Arnaud is 0 for 3. Vargas with the windup and the pitch. There's a strike. 0-1 is the count. Logan Davidson will be in the on-deck circle. 0-1 pitch. That misses down for a ball. Do you guys remember a guy named Logan Morrison? He played for the Miami Marlins, the Florida Marlins, and the Miami Marlins, technically, too. It's the 1-1. That's a foul ball. Every time I see Logan Davidson, I think about the name of Logan Morrison. 1 ball, 2 strikes. To Travis d'Arnaud. There's 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 1-2 pitch to d'Arnaud is down low for ball 2. Me too. Seattle is Jekyll and Hyde with home and away this year. Oh, yeah. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Vargas able to punch him out. And now Kenley Jansen is going to come on in the pitch for the Angels. Oh, I see what you were saying now. Sorry. Got a little bit tired. I couldn't tell. They didn't show anybody warming up in the pen, so no. So now Jansen's going to come on in, and he will pitch the bottom of the 9th inning. Right. Let's go. That's right, man. That's funny. That's funny. All right, bottom of the 9th coming on up. Kenley is coming on into the ball game. Okay. Let's see how he does. FKDH. What's up? Hopefully you're doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic day. Ay, ay, ay. Extra innings with JJ. Oh, man. We get to sleep in. It's nice. Don't have to get up early tomorrow. And we can rest, which is really what we need. Tomorrow night, we got the Phillies, and then we got DZ at 10:30. Phillies play at 6:45, and then we'll be on for DZ at 10:30. You like DZ? I'm just gonna stick. We're just gonna stick to Diamond Zone right now because it's not like I don't want to say it's a household name. It's just not a name that everybody knows yet. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. I think Diamond Zone is just good enough for now. This is the final game for Diamond Zone. Dodgers versus Giants, dude. I could not wait for that game tomorrow. Kenley Jansen is going to pitch. First pitch to Crawford. Barely misses. Low for ball 1. It looked like it was a strike according to Statcast. Ooh. Man. I'm like, what the hell is DZ? Yeah. We're gonna stick. We're gonna stick to just Diamond Zone. D's nuts. Oh man, 1 ball, 1 strike. Jansen, by the way, needs 4 more saves. It's not a save situation to tie Lee Smith for 3rd in all-time saves. The 1-1 pitch. There's a ground ball. It's hit over towards the right side. Rengifo with a sliding stop. He'll throw over to first. And there's out number 1 in the bottom of the 9th. DZ. There's a lot of action all over the world tomorrow. I'm hitting the data sheets and books after this is Steve. Go back to the drawing board. Randy Arozarena is coming up. And the first pitch is low for ball 1. He's 2 for 2. Or 2 for 3. Has gotten on base 3 times. Also had that air out in left field. 1 ball, no strikes. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He wanted that so badly. That was a cutter. How many innings is this going to go? 1-1 pitch. Inside for ball 2. Oh, God, JJ got us. That's funny. This game is nuts. 2 balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. Arozarena got underneath the fastball down the middle and fouled it back towards the screen. Jansen was like, I dare you to knock this pitch out of here. Two balls, 2 strikes. The windup, the pitch to Arozarena. It's high. DE says 11. Andrew says 11. Y'all are saying 11. I'm going to say 16. Call me crazy. I am crazy. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the payoff pitch. And that is taken up high, just barely for ball 4. That also looked like it was a strike, according to pitch tracks. And Jansen did not get the call. Wow. See, I'm the type of guy where if people are going one way, I'm just like, yo, I'm going the other way. 16. Yeah, I know. Everybody makes a trend. I start my own trend. That's what I do. That's the JJ way. They're like 11, and I'm like, nah, 16. 1 out, bottom of the 9th. A runner on over at first. The pitch on the way, swing and a miss. And are they going to call interference? They will. They will. And so the runner is going to go back on over to first base. They will call batter's interference as Darno tried to make the throw over to second. And Rowley's bat ended up getting a piece of the mask. So it's an 0-1 count. Arozarena tried to swipe second base, and he almost dove. I could tell. So the count is 0-1. Total opposite. I like that about you. Exactly. Exactly, man. No balls, 1 strike. The 0-1 pitch, and that's outside for a ball. I could be in a group, and everybody could be going one way. And it's like, nah, I want to go this way. You guys are going to go to the cafe? Nah, I want to go to the museum. Peace. No, I'm kidding. I ain't like that. I ain't like that, chat. 1-1, and that's up high for ball 2. It all depends, though. I don't like to always follow things. I like to bend the rules. 16 innings is crazy, though. I'm a crazy guy. What can I say? I want crazy things. Two balls, 1 strike. Bottom of the 9th. JJ be like, I want to go to the woman's Y'all going to the meds? No, I'm kidding. Totally just joking. 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch. That's up high for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. We're in the bottom of the 9th. There's 1 away. The winning run is over at first. Jansen's trying to extend the game. The 3-1 pitch to Rowley. He pops it up, and he slams the bat down. It's hit out over towards shallow right field. Rengifo backs up and makes the catch. 2 gone. All right. And now it's up to Julio Rodriguez. All right, chat, let's go. Their toilets are nicer. Everybody's stealing my secrets. Here comes J-Rod. Jansen kicks and fires. The pitch is fouled back towards the screen. I believe that on the backswing, Rodriguez hit Travis d'Arnaud. And Rodriguez is like, you okay? And d'Arnaud's like, yep, I'm good. He did. Got him right in the head. Ouch. That to me is like a slapstick comedy type of a thing, you know? But is it really funny when you get hit in the head and you're squatting all that long? I don't really think so. The trainer is actually out there to go check up on Travis just to make sure that he's all right. He says, yep, I'm good. Bye-bye. Let's finish this game. No balls, 1 strike. The 4-3 hole is wide open. Like, pardon the Red Sea, wide open. Crystal clear. The toss back over to first. That's not in time. No balls, 1 strike. I do actually have a story for y'all. 0-1 pitch on the way. There's a high drive hit out to left field. It's a foul ball, though. And Arozarena will go back over to first. Gets his helmet from Rengifo. I'll have to tell you the story in a little bit. You'll have to wait. I think you'll like it. Maybe not. No balls. 2 strikes to Julio Rodriguez. Wow. Let's go. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. The windup, the pitch. There's a fly ball hit out to left field again, and that is foul 2. Everybody started to rise. You could see some people were like, darn it. Just got out in front of it. "15 cutters, 1 sinker, and 1 slider from Jansen. The 0-2 delivery, here it is, another foul ball. J-Rod, who already cashed today. Yay. No balls, 2 strikes. Rosarina is definitely getting his exercise. No balls, 2 strikes, 3 seconds left on the pitch clock, and here's the 0-2 to Rodriguez, up high for a ball. It's been a long at-bat. And by the way, Rosarina is now at second base. They call it defensive indifference, I believe. Let's see, was he covering second, the second baseman? No, no one was covering. One ball, 2 strikes, and the 1-2 on the way. Swing on a ground ball, hit over towards shortstop. Neto throws it over to first. Dugout! And the inning is over, and we're going to go to the top of the 10th inning. Still tied 4-4. We got free baseball. Let's go. For the second night in a row, Seattle does not want to end the game on time. They don't want to do it. It's past our bedtime. Nope. It ain't past anybody's bedtime. You go out on our time. That's what they say. No sleep. I'm all for it. All right, let's go. By the way, was that a stolen base? They did call that a stolen base. They did call that a steal. I don't really understand that, but yeah, stolen base. Given it's the winning run, but the final out makes it irrelevant. Yeah. Yeah, I guess you're right. Drink some coffee, JJ. This one's going 18 innings. Do you think we'll get another 13 inning? I don't know. I really don't know. But they don't want me to sleep. They're like, screw you and your sleep schedule. We know that you're doing this. We know that you're doing Diamond Zone. It's okay. We're the only thing that matters right now. The walk-off zone. Ooh, I like that. I do. I like that a lot. Yeah, so my like little story. Okay. So speaking of like getting lost, I was actually so one time, okay, I was in high school. I was a part of like this organization, and it was sort of like a brotherhood. It was really cool. I was really happy to be a part of it. But one time I went to a convention, like when I was a senior in high school, and I was supposed to go. We were in Washington D.C. and we had the choice of like going to any of the museums, and I wanted to go to the Holocaust Museum. Okay, so they gave me that ticket, like whatever. So long story short, my phone for some reason, I think it died or like whatever, but my phone was shut off. I'm like going back to the so I'm at the museum. I'm at the Washington Monument, and then I'm supposed to go to the Holocaust Museum, and somebody like pulled me aside, and apparently like I was a part of like the wrong group, and they had me going to somewhere else, the Smithsonian Museum or whatever it was, and one of the advisors tried to like call me like sick, tried to call me a lot of times, and was not happy with me. And anyhow, I was supposed to. They screwed up though. It was really their fault. But I should have had my phone on. I don't remember again specifically what ended up happening, but like everybody on the bus that I was supposed to be on, they literally were stopped for like an hour just trying to find me because they got so scared. And I laugh about it now. In the moment, it wasn't really funny, but like I got yelled at pretty hard. But it was just funny to like look back on that. I don't know why my phone was off. I can't remember. Oh yeah, it was because my phone did die because I was stupid. That's what ended up happening. And yeah, they like stopped the buses. They were like going around to like look for me, and then they found me, and they were like, "Oh wait, we screwed up. But also, I had like a talk with my advisor, and she was really angry. She's like, "Why was your phone off?" And I'm like, "Well, my phone died. I didn't have a charger with me. I thought that I could make it through, and stupid me, I was taking pictures, and I was probably doing other stuff, and I made excuses. Should have had my phone charged." But yeah, so that's what ended up happening. Speaking of getting lost, that was kind of funny though. 2 balls, 2 strikes. We're in the top of the 10th. And there's a ghost runner over at third base with 1 out. Munoz is pitching, and the 2-2 to Lugo, swing and a miss. I just had to finish that story. I tried to like wrap it up in the span of like 2 minutes, but then I was sort of like trying to remember exactly what happened, so I fumbled the bag there. I had to apologize, but that's okay. The gist of it is that have your phone on and bring a charger with you. And also make sure that they know what they're doing. Mike Trout is coming up. Yeah, I know. I was bad. I almost got sent home because of that. 2 outs, top of the 10th in the pitch. That's outside for a ball. But then I made her really happy because I got her like a little present. I forget what it was, but I do remember that I gave out something that we did that weekend, and I made something for her. So it ended up working out. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 away, top of the 10th. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock, and the 1-1 is in there for strike 2. So Lugo struck out, and Davidson had a sacrifice bunt over to third. All right, Mike Trout is up. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We're in the top of the 10th. Trout is 2 for 4. Munoz kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. And we're going to the bottom of the 10th inning. The Mariners will try to walk it off. We'll see how they do on the first attempt. All right, turn off the music. 5th grade trip to New York City. Visited the Statue of Liberty. Sat on the bus for 45 minutes because one kid missed the ferry back from Ellis Island. Jeez, I wonder who that could have been. No, just kidding. But yeah, that's what it made you think of. Yeah. I remember she left me a voicemail. I played the voicemail. She's like, Jason, pack your bags. You're going home. I'm like freaking out. I'm like, what did I do wrong? She's like, pack your bags. You're going home. and she left me a voicemail message, and she said, you're in the wrong group. You were not following directions. And you were told to be here at this moment in time, and you held up the bus for an hour. And I'm like, whoa. Like, whoa. Chill. Like, I didn't say that to her. I did not say that to her. Do not take that out of context. But I was like, whoa. Because it said on my itinerary that I was going to go to the Holocaust Museum. And so they screwed that up. But I didn't say chill. I would never ever do that. But I was like, whoa. We're sending you home. I'm like, what did I do? But yeah. Anyhow. All right, we're going to the bottom of the 10th. Oh, there's no Ghost Runner on the scoreboard. Well, that'll change. It looks nice. It looks nice watching that on the scoreboard. Josh Naylor is coming up to the plate. We're in the bottom of the 10th. Stevenson is pitching. Robert Stevenson, 9 games and a 3.86 ERA in 7 innings of work. Naylor will try to be the hero, and time is called. Stevenson didn't like something. I don't know what it was. Five seconds left on the pitch clock. Here's the first pitch. There's a swing and a miss. It's funny, they're not gonna play small ball. But yeah, I would have never said that. But I still thought that it was funny. I was like, what did I do? And I was like, oh. No balls, 1 strike. There's 3 seconds left on the pitch clock. There's the 0-1 pitch. And there's a ground ball hit over to shortstop. And the throw off balance over to first is in time. But they're going to call catcher's interference. The bat hit the glove. How many times have there been catcher's interference, man? I was just going to look again. That hit the glove. The glove came flying off. Gonna head out, JJ. I'll catch you tomorrow, says Andrew. I got you, man. Hopefully you like that story. But yeah. Dude, catcher's interference, what are we doing? So that puts runners on at first and third, it says. First and second. Have a great night, though, Andrew. Thank you so much, man. Jorge Polanco is up at the plate. And the pitch, and Polanco pops it up. And that is hit out over towards shallow center field. And that is going to be dropped. It's an infield fly rule. And so there's out number one anyways. Why is the catcher that far up? Move back. Yeah, I agree. I was just thinking the same thing. Like, bro, he's so close. Like what's he doing? Move. Don't get hurt. 8th grade, we had a trip to New York. My mom was a chaperone, and she made sure we all were together, and nobody was left behind, even though we tried looking for the bus, but we walked in a circle. It was after we went on a ferry to Liberty Island, and the bus was right in front of us after the second circle. What? That's weird. No balls, one strike to Eugenio Suarez. There's one away, bottom of the 10th. And the pitch, that's in there for a strike. And there's an 0-2 count. The catcher tried to check the runner over at second, didn't even throw the ball. A double play ends the inning. No balls, 2 strikes. All right, come on. Let's get the game at least to 1 o'clock. It's 12:59. Come on. No throw me back over to second. All right, good. Stall for time. Let's get to 1 o'clock a.m. No balls, 2 strikes. The 0-2 pitch, and that is low for a ball. And by the way, a double steal by Seattle. That gets rid of the double play. And so Stevenson has to get Suarez to strike out or pop out or just hit a hard ground ball over to a fielder, an infielder. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. And there's out number 2. He got the result that he wanted. 2 outs in the bottom of the 10th. And Suarez can't catch up to the breaking ball. Now Luke Raley is up at the plate. So they can get any out here. The first pitch, swing and a miss. That curveball had a lot of movement to it. No balls, 1 strike. We've reached 1 o'clock on the East Coast. Yes. No balls, 1 strike. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Luke Raley down in the count, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to Luke Raley. Stevenson kicks and fires, and the pitch is low for a ball. That's a wild story. You remember where in New York you went to? Rodriguez is the winning run over at third. Raley is 0 for 3. He's in the box. The 1-2 pitch on the way. There's a fly ball hit out to right field. It's hooking foul, and it'll find the seats. It's like one of those moments like where the crowd's like, oh! Oh! 1 ball, 2 strikes. We're in the bottom of the 10th. There's 2 away. And the 1-2 pitch. There's a fly ball hit out to left field. That's slicing out of play. And the count still remains 1-2. chill. Chill. 1 ball, 2 strikes in the bottom of the 10th. Here's the windup and the pitch. Struck him out. It's time to go to the 11th inning. All right. 11th inning, here we come. All right. Ooh. All right, yeah, I'm saying 16. I'm going 16 innings here. I say we're going to go 16. We were on the rooftop of the World Trade Center. Wow. The rooftop of the World Trade Center. That's wild. What grade was that? 6? Is that what you said? Fifth grade trip. And then Cool J said that his trip was in 8th grade. Where in New York did you go to? I don't remember the exact place Cool J says, but it was Galloway Road. It was where our ferry was docked, and our bus was across the street to the right, but we took left. Got you. Zach Neto will lead off the top of the 11th inning. And then Yohan Moncada will be batting second. Taylor Ward will be hitting third. Again, if the Mariners win this game, they will tie the Astros for first place in the AL West division. Now, technically speaking, if the Angels find a way to pull this off, okay, they will be 8.5 games behind the Mariners for that final wild card spot. But again, Texas, Cleveland, the Royals, and the Rays are still out in front of them. They're actually also tied with Baltimore, so just adding another team into the mix to make it even more complicated for them. But yeah, they are 8 games under 500. They're going to need a lot to happen. Here's Luke Jackson, who will be pitching the top of the 11th inning. Zach Neto is up. Neto 1 for 4. Trout is over at second in the pitch. That ball's bunted in front of the mound. Rowley gets to it. The throw over to first is in time. And Mike Trout heads on over to third base. Okay, so 1 away in the top of the 11th. And that moves Trout over to third. I can't imagine the stress of being an adult trying to keep track of 80 students in New York City. Dude, that's insane. It really is. That's got to be so scary, man. Even with the technology. I mean, like, just back then, too, like, no tech, you know, you got to think about it. Like, there's no phones. There's no technology out there. So it's like everybody has to stay together, and that's even more stressful. Holy moly. You're right. That's what a real bunt looks like. Dude, that was a textbook bunt. It really was. He got on top of it and just hit it right in front of the mound. It didn't roll fast, nothing like that. Now, I saw yesterday Cole Young popped up a bunt in the bottom of the 10th inning, and it was as high as Kyle Schwarber's pop-up. They will actually walk Moncada and put him over at first. I just distracted and emotional by listening to a song. Aw, what song? No Google Maps. I'm back for the 11th inning prediction. Let's go. All 10-year-olds in 1975. Dude, that's so scary. Taylor Ward is coming up to the plate with 1 out. And the pitch. There's a called strike. Yeah, no maps. No maps, but I mean, like, no Google Maps, nothing like that. No balls, 1 strike. Jackson, the former Brave, kicks, fires. There's a ground ball back up the middle for a base hit. The Angels take the lead. by Taylor Ward, and the Angels are on top. That's how you execute it. Right behind second was wide open. No chance. Comes Chris Taylor to the plate. Runners are at first and second. Moncada now is at second. And there's a chopper that's fouled. All right. 5-4 Halos. What's up? What's up, chat? What's up? No balls, one strike, and the pitch is up high for a ball. 130. How do you know all made it on the buses, you know? Leaving one behind is... No, absolutely. Yeah. And it's in New York City. The 1-1 to Taylor. That misses down for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. We're in the top of the 11th. It's a 5-4 ball game. Somebody's getting loosened up in the Seattle bullpen. It's ready to stretch. The 2-1 pitch. There's a bouncing ball. It's foul towards the third base side. I still don't think that this game is done. Taylor's 0 for 3. Chris Taylor still gives me nightmares. The pitch on the way. That's fouled back towards the screen. He was a Mariner at one point before he went to the Dodgers. Two balls, 2 strikes. Jackson kicks, deals. The next pitch is inside for ball 3. And the count is now full. Charge! It's a full count to Chris Taylor. And the 3-2 on the way just fouled off of Taylor's foot. Shante says, I was in 7th grade, and a lot of classmates of mine took a trip to King's Dominion. Waited 45 minutes to an hour for a couple of kids to come back to the buses when we should have left. It's just the wait times, man. And again, like, no phones, like, it's wild. Payoff pitch. It's popped up over towards the infield. And so Crawford is there on the infield grass and will make the catch for out number 2. I stopped making sense years ago. Texas Liberty, what's going on? That's right. I remember King's Dominion having a roller coaster that set some world record at the time. I've never been to King's Dominion. As well as 2 kids got left behind. They didn't come with the kids who had people waiting for them to go home. Man. All 5 teams in the AOS have vacation plans. They're going to Cancun. The pitch. There's a ground ball hit right towards the right side of the mound. A brain fart by Jackson, and everybody's going to be safe. I don't know what he was thinking, but the ball was heading right to him towards the left side, and he just stands on the mound, and he's like, oh, yeah, I got to go get the ball. Rally's signaling ball there. And he's like, oh, wait. What? That was bounced towards the left side. He's looking away to see where the ball is, and Rally's like, it's right by you. Oh. And then he tried to barehand it, and he fumbled it. So there's bases loaded in the top of the 11th inning, and 2 outs in the top of the 11th. Rivero is coming up. What the heck? He thinks that the ball is like behind him and he's looking for it, and then Rowley's like, no, it's like to your right side. He's like, oh, there it is. Sebastian Rivero is coming up, and the pitch, and that is outside. He reacted based off the sound of the bat. Bro, that's gonna be such a blooper. That's like a Shaq and a Fool moment for baseball. 1-0 pitch, and that is taken on the outside corner for a strike. Angels and Mariners will face off again in the Cancun Classic. That's funny. One ball, one strike in the pitch. That's a foul ball. The Cancun Classic. Oh, that's funny. Who knows? Maybe that's where the Mets will be too. One ball, two strikes. 2 outs, top of the 11th. And the next pitch, and that's a foul ball. That's funny. Each player wears floaties. I still like the idea of the brooms. I really do. 1-2 pitch. There's a fly ball hit out over towards center field, and that is going to be caught. Rodriguez almost overran that. He almost did, but he timed it perfectly. And we are going to go to the bottom of the 11th. The Mariners will try to get some redemption. And we'll see what happens as we go to the bottom of the 11th inning. The Mets don't deserve Cancun. They are vacationing in Galveston. Yeah, that's a good one. Is SPF 50 considered PEDs? What is SPF? Okay, so I need to know, what is SPF 50? Oh, sunscreen? Is that considered PEDs? That's funny. CeraVe, all of them. I didn't know what SPF 50 was. Huh. All right, we're going to go to the bottom of the 11th. All right, come on, Seattle. Come on. Help me out. Help me out. Help a brother out. We're going to the... We got to make this go to the 16th inning. Yeah, I figured it out. I got there. I was a little bit behind, you know. There was a fly ball that was hit right over to my left side, and I had a little brain fart, just like what a Luke Jackson did, but I made the play. Larry. I got it. I was a little bit late, but yes. Gets in your eyes. My eyes! From SpongeBob. Bottom of the 11th. The Seattle Mariners are coming back up. JJ hasn't been out in the sun lately. You're right, I've been running just when the sun comes up. But yeah, that's true. The Angels are playing tequila is required, says Bilbo. Sammy Peralta has just one appearance this season, and he's going to go out there now in a big game here to pitch against Mitch Garver in the bottom of the 11th. Wow. So Garver is up. Luke Raley is at second. A base hit ties the game. And the first pitch, check swing, did he go? Did he go? They didn't show. He did. Apparently, the scorekeeper said that. The graphics operator said that. So it's a 0-1 count. The balls, 1 strike. Peralta kicks and deals. There's a ground ball. Hit over to third base. It's a foul ball, though. All this time in just 1 appearance. That's crazy. Well, let's see. Who have the Angels used? They have used a lot of guys. So he's like their only option because their bullpen today, holy moly. They've gone 6 innings. They've only given up 1 hit. What? Just 1 hit. So they have to. No balls, 2 strikes. The 0-2 on the way, and that's up high and inside for a ball. Their bullpen has gone 6 innings and has only given up 1 hit against the Mariners. Oh my gosh. I forgot Soriano only went 4 innings. 1-2 pitch on the way to Garver. There's a ground ball hit over to shortstop. Picked up by Neto. The throw over to first is in time. And there is out number 1. All right, 1 away. Let's go. All right, come on, Mariners. Tie this back up. J.P. Crawford is coming up. All right, it is 1:18 a.m. Eastern Time. Bryce Miller had 11 strikeouts and gave up 4 earned runs in 5 2/3. He was doing so well and then just gave up those runs. The pitch to J.P. Crawford. That's up high for a ball. I guess so. 1 ball, no strikes to Crawford. The pitch to Crawford. There's a line drive out to right field. That'll get down for a base hit. Raley's running for his life to the plate. We're tied again. To 5. Here comes Randy Arozarena. First pitch. He takes it on the outside corner for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. JJ, sometimes your commentary cracks me up. That's good. That's good. That's good. I'm happy it does. I like it when I make people laugh. I do. Sometimes I don't even think I'm funny when I try to be. Throw back over to first base. Is he safe? He is. It didn't show. That was close. No balls, 1 strike. We're in the bottom of the 11th. No ball. No balls, 1 strike. 1 out. Crawford's at first. He tied the game up on an RBI single. The 0-1, it's inside. The throw to second base, not in time. And the ball almost got by Zach Neto over at second base. So there's no double play intact. The winning run is now at second. That was Rengifo that was right there. He got up a little bit too soon. The ball just knocked right off of him. 1 ball, 1 strike. Arozarena in the box. Peralta kicks, fires. There's a fly ball hit out over towards right field, over towards the track, and it's caught by the right fielder. And Crawford tags up from second. He'll go over to third. Out in right field, gotta tell you, that was almost dropped. Who's that? Scott Kingery? Oh, no, it's Lugo. Lugo out in right field almost slipped Matthew Lugo as he went on over towards the track. That ball was carrying, and the wind just took that thing for a ride. And so there's 2 outs in the bottom of the 11th. And we have a timeout taken. The pitching coach will go on out there to talk things over to Peralta. Matthew Lugo almost fell. He was trying to track it down, and then the wind blew it to the right side, and he sort of slipped, but he caught it. That track is dangerous when it comes to, wearing the cleats and everything. Yeah, sliding over on that track, that's a scary thing. That ball almost went. They will intentionally walk Cal Rowley, and they will take their chances with Julio Rodriguez. And they will swipe left on Rodriguez, and they'll take their chances on Josh Naylor. I don't want to swipe right on you, they say to either one, so that'll load the bases. Bases loaded, bottom of the 11th, and 2 away. And so Josh Naylor is coming up. Lefty versus lefty. First pitch to Naylor. Swing and a line drive down the left field line. It's a foul ball. No balls. 1 strike. A potential walk-off alert coming up. No balls. 1 strike. The 0-1 to Naylor. Swing and a miss. It's now 0-2. Crawford is the winning run. He's at third. Peralta pitching in the game of his life. The 0-2 to Naylor. Got him! Struck him out! We're going to the 12th. Oh my goodness! The pitch was inside, and Naylor was late. Oh man! Crazy! Can you believe this? The Angels bullpen has gone 7 innings and has only given up, was that 2 hits? 2 hits. That's insane. My gosh. To the 12th we go, baby. To the 12th. Crazy. Fun to watch when you have no rooting interest, low stress. Dude, this is why I love Diamond Zone, man. It's such a great thing. And the fun part about this is that we can just focus on one game. I mean, like, when you're focusing on other games, it's still the same thing. Like, but man, I think that the best Diamond Zone games that we've had this year are really when you have good 7 o'clock games. Like, you have like 2 or 3 7 o'clock games that are just good, and then the 8 o'clock games are wrapping up, and you get like 2 good ones there. And then during the 10 o'clock, it's like, all right, like, these are the best. You know what I'm saying? Like, just the build-up is nice. Sometimes you get, like, really great 7 o'clock games, and then, like, the 8 o'clockers come, and it's like, okay, like, they're not going to end so good. And then the 10 o'clock ones are here, and it's like, okay, you'll have a couple of games that are close that just don't have a lot of scoring. And then it's like, oh, well, that's how they scored their second run, and that's a 2-1 game. All right, ball game over. But no, we've been getting some good ones. Tonight we only had 2, but still. Top of the 12th. A runner on at second. All right, we need a rain delay. It is 1:27 a.m. Eastern Time. They loaded the bases up to face Josh Naylor, and it worked. The Mariners are so bad in the clutch, it seems. First pitch, another perfect bunt over to third base, and the throw is not in time. Just a slow roller. Again, executed perfectly. That was Davidson that was able to knock down the bunt, and there's going to be runners at the corners with nobody out. That was just beautiful. He got on top of the ball, right? Squared it up just on time, and then just knocked it down over towards the third base line. And it was not even close towards, it was just towards the third base side. It wasn't even close to the third base line, and it just rolled slowly. Another bunt attempt is coming, and the pitch is down for a ball. So it's 1 ball, no strikes. Phillies had a doubleheader in 1993 with rain delays and extra innings that ended at 4:41 a.m. Rain delay bites your tongue, JJ. We see a lot of history on here, man. 1-0 pitch. That ball is bunted foul. It's a bunt clinic. They play small ball. They do. This Mariners team is just so bad in the clutch, though. I don't know how they won that game last night. I really don't. Again, if the Mariners win, I just got to keep putting this out there. If the Mariners win, they're tied with Houston. So Houston's probably like having tantrums right now. The 1-1 pitch, and that ball is bunted and taken back, but it was a strike anyway. So what are you doing? It was a strike. Remember the Braves-Phillies game earlier in the year? Yeah, don't remind me about that. That was awful. I actually wasn't even on for that. 1-2 pitch, line drive, off the glove of Crawford, out to left field, and the Angels go back out in front and play leapfrog. 6-5. Crawford actually should have had that on backhand. Just didn't react quick enough. And now it's Mike Trout coming up to the plate. All right, so Trout is up. He's 2 for 5. 6-5 Angels in the top of the 12th in a classic ball game between two rivals. The pitch, and that is down for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Trout is in the box. He homered to tie the game once upon a time. I believe it was back in the bottom of the third. The 1-0 pitch, and that is outside for ball 2. Rowley dropped the ball, but it did not get far away from him. Yeah, I was not even on for that game. That was the game where Mike filled in for me. Yeah, Mike filled in for me that day. He was about ready to call it. I told him, dude, like, you don't have to do it. And then he filled in for me, and he did the whole 5 hours. 2-0 pitch to Trout. Swing on the ground ball, hit over to shortstop. The throw to second, there's 1. The throw to first, there's 2. And there's a 6-4-3 double play. He was ahead in the count, 2-0. The pitch was low, and he got on top of it. Like, dude, you're ahead in the count. It was not even close to a strike. Welcome to Watch Party, JJ. So 2 away in the top of the 12th inning. We got a runner on at third. And we have a timeout called. So the Mariners pitching coach will go out to talk to Castillo. Up next is Zach Neto. Anybody else still here? It's funny, after the run scored, Everybody's like, just wait. It ain't over. There's a storm coming, and the storm is called the 18th inning. Let's go. Let's go. I'm ready for it. I want history, man. I want history. I feel like I should just change the title to this. How's NW Sports Fanatics doing? He's probably so ticked off. They will intentionally walk Zach Neto. He's probably fuming right now. We got 43 people watching this. Are you kidding me? Y'all are insane. Go to bed. It's a school night. Just kidding. It is a school night, though. Yoan Moncada is due up at the plate. 2-away, top of the 12th. It's 6-5 Angels. The toss back over to first, and that's not in time. I can't believe Crawford made that mistake over at short. JJ, you ready for 3 o'clock? Because I think you might just end there. I'm ready, man. I'm ready. Give it to me. 2 outs, and the pitch is inside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to Yoan Moncada. It's 10:33 for the West Coasters. Down on the West Coast. 1-0 pitch. There's strike 1 at the knees. Wish they all could be California. 1-1. That is up high for ball 2. The runner will go over to second base. Nobody was covering the bag. And that'll put 2 runners in scoring position. So a base hit could make it an 8-5 ball game. 2 balls, 1 strike. Moncada in the box. The 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss. That ball swung him right out of his shoes. I fell asleep from 6 to 11, missed the Phillies and the NFL games, but I'm wide awake right now. Let's go. Let's go. All right, Larry, you want me to do a replay of the whole Phillies game? I got you. I'll do a full... I got the game recorded. I'll do a full replay. Is that what you're saying? 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs, top of the 12th. The 2-2 pitch does not get the call there. It was a little bit low. That was actually a strike. Felt a little bit low at first, and then they showed the replay pitch tracks. Now, to be fair, that's a little bit different. That's how it always is. But still, 3-2. Ground ball hit over to second base. And so the throw over to first is in time. And we're going to go to the bottom of the 12th inning. A 6-5 ball game out at T-Mobile Park. Okay. Come on, Mariners. Keep it going. Keep the line moving. Bunt the ball well, please. Bunt the guy over to third. Tie the game back again. I mean, this Angels team is just insane. By the way, that doesn't count as an earned run, right? When it came to the run that was allowed, the ghost runner, yeah, that was not a run. Their bullpen, 7 freaking innings, 2 hits, 2 walks, and a total of 6 strikeouts. The Angels we're talking about. We're talking about the Angels. I'm kidding. I've reached nap age. Yeah, I want a full replay for an audience of 1. Exactly. Exactly, Larry. We can piss you off with what happened in that first inning. And then, no spoilers. No spoilers. But, you'll see what happens at the end. Darn it, I really have to fumble the bag sometimes. It's sad. Sometimes I just gotta bite my tongue. But that's okay. We're going to go to the bottom of the 12th. The Ghost Runner is not an earned run. Yeah. Dude, Eugenio Suarez is 0 for 5. Jorge Polanco is up. He struck out twice. He's also doubled. All right. Naylor is at second. It's funny, they intentionally walked Rodriguez and Cal Rowley. They were like, let's let Naylor beat us. Bottom of the 12th, Naylor's going to go, and the first pitch is outside, and the tying run's over at third. Wow. I thought he went a little bit early, but the pitcher was not even looking. He did. He went early. Wow. Peralta was not even looking, man. The 1-0 pitch, line drive down the left field line. We're going to be tied again. And that's going all the way towards the corner. So it's 6-6. It's an RBI double to tie the game by Polanco. Okay. Back to a deuce. Go Angels. This is Paul. What's up, Paul? Another tie game. And they will walk Suarez, even though he's 0 for 5, and they will take their chances on Luke Raley. Make it stop, says DE. Who's up next? What's the longest game a game has gone with a Ghost Runner era? 13 innings. Yeah, we saw it the other night. I think that... Nah, I've seen 14. I think maybe there was one that was 15. Let me know down below. Victor Robles is going to be the new man to bat. Didn't Robles... Oh, yeah, he did. He got suspended down in AAA. I remember that now. So Victor Robles is going to come on up. I'm interested to see if they're going to do a double steal here. Emerson Hancock is warming up if in case this goes to the 13th inning again, like last night. Robles is in the box. Polanco is at second. Peralta gets the signs and deals, and the pitch, did he show bunt? The pitch was inside and low, he took it back. Robles will try to bunt the ball. Ford waits in the on-deck circle. 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0 pitch. That ball's bunted over towards the third base side. The throw over to first, not in time. Bases juiced. Another perfectly executed bunt by the Mariners in this game. Wow. That was actually their first one that they executed well. The Angels were the ones that were executing bunts well left and right, but that was an awesome bunt too. I like Robles as far as his speed goes. That's just a good play. Again, gets on top of the ball. Fundamentals. Base is juiced, and there's nowhere to put anybody. Fully loaded, nobody out. Dodgers Padres went 16 innings in 2021. Okay. Harry Ford is up. The pitch. There's a fly ball hit out over towards right field. Won't be deep enough to score. The catch is made. The runner's going to come home. The throw to the plate. Not in time. Ball game over. Mariners come back and win. 2 nights in a row. A thriller of an ending. And tonight, Ford is the hero. forgot to play the gifts. My bad. The Mariners got the win. Dude, I will tell you this. Their bullpen was again outstanding tonight. That's like that's 2 nights in a row where your bullpen is just thin. And they absolutely shut out the Angels for the most part. I mean, they did an awesome job. What a ball game that was. Seattle, by the way, is now tied with Houston for first place in the AL West. Unbelievable. Let's go. That's insane. We're going to look at those standings. Don't know why I played that. We're going to look at those standings right now. Another amazing installment of Diamond Zone. I love it, man. I think that this is really, really something. I think that this is the future of what YouTube content is going to be. I don't see anybody else doing it. And it's fun. It's a lot of fun. It's like RedZone, but it's for baseball. It's insane. All right, so we're going to take a look at those standings before we do sign off, okay? I'm going to do that right now as we speak. Where is the window capture? We shall actually take this off really quickly. We're going to remove this. I keep forgetting that I have to not change the settings on this and that we have to just do another one. So we'll catch this screen right here. So Houston, Houston, you got a problem. Yeah, you're not wrong about that. So here are the standings right now in Major League Baseball. Are you ready for it? I know I am. All right. So let's start off with the AL East. This is what the AL East looks like as we speak right now. Okay. So the Toronto Blue Jays are 84-62. Let's put the games back on here too, because why the heck not? Sorry about that. Let's readjust it. There it is. So right now, Toronto is 3 games above the Yankees. They're 3.5 games above the Boston Red Sox as well for that AL East title. They currently are leading the AL East. In the AL Central, okay, the Tigers are 8.5 games above the Cleveland Guardians. And the Guardians, by the way, are 7-3 in their last 10 games. It's still going to be tough for them to win that AL Central. The White Sox just got eliminated not too long ago, so they're done. The Astros, by the way, are now tied. This didn't update yet, but they are now tied with Houston. So that is how it's working there. Seattle is tied with Houston. The Rangers are 2 games in back of Houston and Seattle. And the LA Angels are now 10 games in back of both Houston and Seattle too. Okay, so here's how it works, right? So the Blue Jays are winning the AL East. The Tigers are winning the AL Central, right? And in the AL West, you got the Astros. In the AL wildcard standings, the Yankees are in first. They're half a game above Boston. And then Houston, because Seattle has the tiebreaker. I didn't realize this. So Houston is now the 3rd wild card seed. I forgot that Seattle owns the tiebreaker right now. Houston has that 3rd wild card seed, and Texas is 2 games in back of Houston right now for that final wild card spot. The Guardians are 3.5. The Royals are 5. The Royals play the Phillies. That's going to be a big weekend for them. This is a playoff series for them. We got to knock them out. We do. The Rays are 6.5, but this is really where the race is. It's the Astros at the 3 seed for the wild card. They're the 3rd wild card team, and Texas and Cleveland are knocking on the door. So right now, as it currently stands, okay, if the regular season ended today, the Blue Jays are half a game above the Tigers for that number 2 seed. So the Blue Jays have the number 1. The Tigers are number 2. Number 3 is Seattle. Don't go by record here because the Yankees are the first wild card. The Red Sox are the second. And then third, it's Houston. So guess who plays the Mariners in round 1 of the playoffs if the regular season ended today? You guessed it. The Houston Astros. And guess who plays the Yankees in round 1 of the AL wildcard standings? Boston. That is cool. Oh, that is sick. I love that. The Blue Jays would then play the winner of Mariners Astros. And the Tigers would play the winner of... Oh, wait, no, sorry. The Blue Jays would play the... the Blue Jays would play the winner of Yankees Red Sox. Oh, that's insane. They played the winner of Yankees Red Sox, and then the Tigers would play the winner of Seattle and Houston. Oh, that's insane. I love that so much. All right. Back to the National League. So the Phillies, of course, are winning the NL East. They're up 11 games against the New York Mets. The magic number for them to clinch the NL East is 5. Okay? And then out in the NL Central, the Brewers still have a dogfight here with the Chicago Cubs. Like, the Cubs are not out of it yet. I don't want to say dogfight, but it's 5.5 games. They're still within striking distance, okay? So the Cubs are still not far away. They're 5.5 games behind Milwaukee. And in the NL West, you got Dodgers, Padres. They're pretty close. The Padres are 2.5 games behind the Dodgers for the NL West division. In the NL wildcard standings, this is how it works right now. You got the Chicago Cubs as the number 1 wildcard team. You got the Padres 3.5 games behind them as the number 2 wildcard team. And then the Mets are still technically the 3rd wildcard team too. But guess who's right behind them? Wow. The Giants and the Reds are tied on the outside. They're both 1.5 games in back of the Mets. The Diamondbacks, who, by the way, play the Giants, again, coming on up soon. The Diamondbacks are 3 games out of that final wild card spot. And the St. Louis Cardinals are 4. So the Cardinals are still not done, technically, and neither are the Diamondbacks. So there's a dogfight going on there. But in short, if the regular season ended today in the National League, this is how it would look. The Brewers have the number 1 seed, and the Phillies are only 2 games behind them now, which is awesome too. Brewers own the tiebreaker. So the Brewers are 2 games in front of the Phillies. And then the Dodgers would have that 3rd wild card spot. They're now 4.5 games behind Philadelphia. 3.5. No, it's 4.5. So the Dodgers have the 3 seed. And the number 4 would be Chicago. Number 5 would be San Diego. And number 6 would be, you guessed it, the New York Mets. So essentially, in the National League, how it would look like matchups-wise for the wild card round is this. You would have the Dodgers playing the Mets, and you would have the Cubs hosting the Padres. Winner of Dodgers-Mets would play the Philadelphia Phillies. Winner of Cubs-Padres would then face the Brewers. Because it's 4 versus the 5. The Cubs have the 4th, would have the first wild card spot, and San Diego has the number 2. So it's 1 versus 2, and then wild card 3 versus Division 3. That's wild. That's insane. I want the Mets knocked out of the postseason entirely. Man, Giants and Reds. Who's there? We're coming on in. Little pigs, open up the door. Mets are on a 6-game losing streak. Giants are 7-3 in their last 10 games. Reds have won 2 in a row, and they are 6-4 in their last 10. Insane. Absolutely wild. Man, this race is unbelievable. I'm all here for it. Let's take a look at the schedule for tomorrow, and then we'll wrap it up. Here's the schedule for tomorrow. Sorry about this. So tomorrow we got Rays and Cubs. That's a big series. That's a big series for both of those teams. The Rays are still trying to fight for that final wild card spot, and the Cubs are still trying to potentially knock off the Brewers and have them get a wild card spot and potentially get a bye and win the division. Then you got Phillies and Royals. Big game for the Royals. This is their playoff series right now. It is, because they're still fighting for dear life to get that third AL wildcard spot. Michael Lorenzen, former Philly, facing Walker Buehler tomorrow, by the way. That should be fun. Pirates versus Nationals. Okay. Orioles, Blue Jays. You got that at 7:10. At 7:07, sorry. At 7:10, you got Guardians versus White Sox. Big game for Cleveland. We'll see what they're able to do. Tanner Bibby's going to pitch against Martin Perez. In the Miami, for Miami, they will be facing the Detroit Tigers. Okay, they will face the Detroit Tigers. And guess what we got on Apple TV? We got Boston versus New York. That is going to be a heck of a ball game. And you're not going to want to miss that either. Jacob deGrom. Guys, which team did Jacob deGrom play for before he came over to the Texas Rangers? Well, it just so happens that that's who that team is facing tomorrow. deGrom versus Jonah Tong for the New York Mets. That'll be fun. That should be great. At 7:10. We'll keep our eye on that game. Don't you worry. At 7:15, we got the Braves taking on the Houston Astros. Astros don't have a pitcher yet. They have not announced who it's going to be. But Hurston Waldrep is going to pitch. Houston is trying to win that game. And then you got the Twins hosting the Arizona Diamondbacks at 8:10 p.m. Eastern Time. Another game to watch right there for Arizona. Wow. And then you got a classic rivalry. I mean, you don't really think about it as a classic rivalry, but it is a rivalry. And there's playoff implications for both of these teams, and that is Milwaukee versus St. Louis. So Philadelphia Phillies fans, okay, listen up. We are St. Louis Cardinals fans tomorrow and this weekend. We are Cardinals fans this weekend if we want the number 1 seed. Quinn Priester is pitching. I don't like their chances against him. He's good. Against Andre Palante. And it's in Milwaukee. Later at 9:40, you got Padres taking on the Rockies at 9:40. Tanner Gordon against J.P. Sears. Again, another big game for San Diego. I know that it's the Rockies, but they've got to win their games because, well, we'll foreshadow a little bit later. But the Reds, here's another one. Reds play the Athletics. Reds are still in that hunt. So they will have Brady Singer going up against JT Ginn. That game is at 10:05. Angels against the Mariners. Another Apple TV game, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Yusei Kikuchi against Luis Castillo. And then the final matchup of the day. I think it's one of the best rivalries in all of baseball. You got good ones with the Yankees and the Red Sox. That's the best by far historically. Cardinals and Brewers is good. But man, this is going to be big. Dodgers and Giants. How about Justin Verlander versus Yoshinobu Yamamoto out in San Francisco? Dodgers lose, and the West race gets even tougher. Giants win, and the Mets lose. That's going to be interesting too. And same thing with the Reds. It's funny. The Giants could lose to the Reds could lose tomorrow. The Giants could still win, and if the Mets still win, then they're still 1.5 games in back. That's just wild to me. That's going to be insane. So those are all the matchups for tomorrow. All those matchups. We got good games. We really do. I will not be doing the Cubs game. I wish I could, but I can't. That should be a good one, though, for sure. All right. I'm going to wrap it up. It is 2 o'clock in the morning. Okay? I'm a crazy person. I am. I know. But a lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff coming on up. All right. Tomorrow we got Diamondzone again. And, of course, we got the Phillies game. And I will see you all then and there for that. Good night. Get some sleep. It'll be another long day of baseball tomorrow. And I will catch you all on the next one. Lila Tov. And good night.